Hey guys, back again with me and Eddie when seeing The Gift, and this is our spoiler discussion of the film for those of you who are wanting to just get more details of our last review. So for those of you who haven't seen the film, this is going to be a spoiler review. Do not watch this video.
We're going to explain everything.
Yes. So essentially, we get the whole plot where Joel Edgerton's character is stalking Bateman's character, and you find out later that pretty much there's a twist where Bateman actually was a bully to him.
Bully to him. What it was, basically how it goes, we get Joel, he plays a guy, walks in and runs into Jason Bateman. You just think they were mutual friends. You think they were buddies. They haven't seen each other forever. Then you get those gifts. The gifts start getting a little, then it gets a little too close.
Yeah.
And then you can tell by Bateman's actions there's something he ain't telling us.
No, he's fucking.
His wife is even looking at him like, what is wrong? What is with the guy? Then she reads something in a letter. Basically, what it is, long story short, is Jason Bateman and a colleague of him, a good mutual friend of his, started a rumor about the guy.
Saying he was gay, saying
got raped
got molested by him, was trapped in a car somehow.
He was kidnapped, trapped in a car, and molested by an old man.
Yes.
And then Bateman tries to justify it by saying he was a hero.
By saving
him when he really didn't. But what happened is Bateman actually went to the schools and made fun of him.
Yeah.
Had him beaten up. And what this did was Joel, the stalker's life, it was a chain reaction of problems. Because then his dad thought his son was gay, so his dad beat him. And then the dad had to go do life in prison for attempted murder. The mom, something happened to her over the situation. It was just they said it like his family was split apart over the situation.
Yeah.
Because they thought their son was gay. It made him get sent away. He was kicked out of schools. He was in boarding schools. He was kicked out of the military over the rumors. The story that Bateman did followed this guy his whole life.
Yeah.
So basically, you got Joel making a revenge plot.
But also, not only that, but as you notice throughout the film, you're starting to see key pieces which will come in later. There's a part where when you see all the gifts, some of the gifts actually come into effect later because, well, we'll talk about it later, but pretty much as the movie progresses, you kind of think that Joel Edgerton's character Gordo, or Weirdo Gordo, is the main fucking dude, and he's trying to basically
you think
destroy Bateman's character.
You think that he's going to be like any of those standard thrillers?
Standard thrillers.
Eventually, we're going to get to the scene. It's going to be like Beer, where he breaks in the house, tries to stab him.
Yeah.
Though, I'm glad but it didn't do that.
It didn't do it.
And that's why this movie got
this is the biggest thing for me, what changed the most.
Yeah.
So we find out later, so what happens is, Bateman goes to see George's character at a bar. He's doing his little performance or whatever, and then he sees him in the parking lot. And then you see what the fucking real what Bateman does.
What he does
right there and starts beating the fuck out of him on the ground.
Picking on him. Slapping him.
He's like, I asked you a question. And he starts
breaking and then kicking all his
shit over around. Yeah, I'm like, and then as you see that, you really start to feel bad for the guy. You're like, holy fuck, man, they just pulled a 180 on us.
Even Bateman's best friend, who was supposedly involved there with Bateman in high school, even confirmed that Bateman was an evil son of a bitch in school.
Yes.
So now you've got something they've never done before. You got your good family man, good characters, your good guys, your good people, and one of them ends up doing a 180, and now Bateman is technically the villain.
Yeah, Simon.
So now you feel happy with Joel.
Yeah.
You feel happy that he's doing this to Bateman, because the stuff that you hear in this movie that Bateman did to him, I just wanted to crawl right in the screen and just punch the shit out of him. Punch Bateman right in the face. His character made me pissed, and he was so evil.
Yeah.
And then he was trying to cause other people in the work problems.
Yeah, because there's a scene later on where they have this house party going on, and one of the workers that was at Simon James Bateman's character's job, he finds out that Bateman was fucking with him by trying to get him fired. He was like sending emails out and shit. And so that dude comes up to him and breaks in and throws a rock at the glass. And he's like, "You stole my fucking job."
That's when the wife understands now that, oh God, I'm starting to really believe. Because this is where Bateman fucked up. He went back to his childhood and did it one more time, but he did it to another guy.
Yeah.
So now everybody's like, oh, okay, maybe he did do something to this Gordo. That's when his wife said, you know what, I need to take this action in my own hands. I'm going to start doing my own investigation. She starts going back to the high school friends and asking, what did he do to this guy?
Yeah.
What did Bateman do? And it falls on his ass. Jobs. You see everything clapped right before.
And
it was beautiful.
The most
beautiful.
And the best part is that towards the very end, we see after she finds out she's pregnant, she has the baby. He goes to the hospital and he runs into or he leaves and then he goes back home because he has to get some time out because I'm sorry. There's a scene earlier where Bateman's talking to his wife and his wife says, you know what, I can't be around you anymore. She asks for divorce. Well, in a way, she wants to divorce him because she says, I don't want to go back to that house with you.
He's done because she knew he's evil.
Yeah.
She knew he was more evil. He will not apologize. He will not let bygones be bygones. He is really evil, and he's starting to do it at the new jobs. He's been doing it for years, and she started seeing a new trend. He's a piece of shit.
And then when he goes back home, this is the most intense part, most disturbing part. He comes back home, goes inside, finds out there's a gift, this big box of gift. This a big box, the biggest one that he sent. He watches. First he finds the key.
I like how it was a gift, and it was number 4. Inside it was the third, or it was like the 1, and then the 2. Inside that was a 2,
and then 3.
Then a third gift. It was like a little box as a kid.
Yeah. So essentially, he finds the key to the door, so he realized that Gordo had the keys to the house. Came to the house. Yeah. And then he finds an audio tape where apparently he was listening to. When they were at his house, he put a bug inside his house where he could listen to everything.
Where they're talking shit. Yeah.
And then the third one is when he plays the tape, and this is the most intense part. He plays the tape, and he realizes that he's being watched at his house. Like he's actually videotaping everything. And then there's a part earlier in the film where the wife is faints, and she faints on pills, or I think it was on pills.
Well, actually, no, it was. It shows that Gordo put some kind of thing that knocked her out, roofie or something, in her Gatorade.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't know. Because I couldn't tell if she took them or not.
No, she was, and that she was thinking that maybe those pills were doing that to her, but it turned out that Gordo did that. And here's where we get the ambiguous ending, ever, and it is so beautiful because you can guess no matter what you want. It is really good ending. You get the ending where there's a scene where he dresses like a purge in a mask
and a
doing this, and just it's creepy as hell. So the Gordo guy is, and then there's possibly he's grabbing her body parts, and we get to the thing that he raped her, he got her pregnant.
Yes,
and then Bateman's
watching it in tears.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god.
So now that baby that popped out of his wife isn't even his. So it's paid fucking back. It's
karma.
Yeah,
it's
karma.
Big fucking karma.
Karma movie. We get karma movies unprinted. Fails. All the found footage with that bitch that dies in all right, it's always a fucking student. Passes away because he got picked on in high school and then comes back as a ghost. We didn't get that. We finally got a dramatized action thriller. Real life shit. This can happen. Ain't gonna be no ghost coming to us.
Yeah.
There could be somebody that you picked on can come back and not forget the shit. You ruin their lives.
And pretty much what happens is he goes back to the hospital and he sees the baby. Mm-hmm. Well, first he gets a phone call from he started looking for his wife and realized what's left, and then he gets a call from Gordo. And he's like, "Well, guess what? It's either I could be or maybe I am. You decide. Look at the baby's eyes." So when he goes into that place, the viewer has to come up with their mind whether that baby is his or not. Because when they look at that baby, you have to really guess if those are his eyes or if it's other dude's eyes, if it's Gordo's.
We did leave out a scene, big thing. This thing we left out big. When Jason Bateman ends up doing what he did to Gordo to one of the employees, it cost Bateman his career.
Yeah, he lost his job.
Fired.
Well, he had that. That's why we just talked about earlier. That guy lost his job because Bateman sent out those emails and that
Well, Bateman lost his job too.
he lost his job too.
Yeah,
he
lost his
He was
whole
on the
career.
phone with his boss. He's like,
All of a sudden, your career's over.
Career's over with. Yeah.
Your career's over with. There was nothing he said. There's nothing we can talk about. So Bateman lost his career. He lost his wife. He lost his kids. The kid might not even be his either.
So that's really debatable because the ending scene shows him just sitting there right there after he sees the baby. He's sitting there in tears like this.
He
and then
collapses.
and
That's
he
why I
collapses.
think it's not him.
So you kind of get the idea where it's either A, it's his and that he basically just lost everything else in the baby, or 2, it's Gordo's and that he
I
basically
think it's
lost everything.
Gordo's because Gordo comes in there and he's in tears because it's a boy or girl. Like it was his kid.
Yeah.
He knows it.
And then and here's the big payoff. When Gordo is leaving, you can actually see after he got beat, he just takes it off and just walks away.
Yeah.
Like as if he never
He
got
faked
beat.
on all his injuries. What he did was he tried to play a cable guy and make him girlfriend feel sorry. Oh my God, he did that to you too? God, he is a bully piece of shit. But he really wasn't that hurt.
Yeah.
He faked his injuries.
Yep. And then the credits roll, and I'm just like, holy shit.
He basically had to do all this so he could destroy Bateman's life. Because he did destroy that one guy's life. That guy lost everything. His whole family, his mom, I think, committed suicide. The dad went to prison over that rumor. And fucking Bateman said, I don't give a fuck. I ain't gonna fucking apologize.
Yeah, because throughout the whole movie, Bateman keeps saying, it's like, oh, put that away. I don't need to hear this shit. But then,
that's why Bateman's character was pissing me off. I'm like, dude, he was trying to compare his shit compared to when his dad gave him a hard time. Dude, you got a career out of it. Fucking this dude lost his everything. His mom, dad, everybody over it. Not to mention he had to go to like 10 schools, they said.
Yeah.
Then he ended up in boarding school.
In
the military found out he was gay. Thought he was gay, so they kicked him out.
After 2 years, yeah.
And everybody just destroyed this dude's life.
Yeah. You feel really
over Bateman. And all they said is Bateman's rumors. And even Bateman's best friend who was part of it, but he got his apology out. That's why they left with him. And he even said that Bateman's an evil dude. Yeah. Said he loved people. And that's what I liked about the trailer. You think Bateman's a good guy.
Yeah,
he's a
because
family man.
The trailers make it look like it's just your every typical dealer, every stalker type of movie. Where, because if they would have done this as a standard film, they would have had Bateman come back and then, or it would have just not had that reveal and have Joy Edgerton come back in the house trying to like kill him and shit, and Bateman will become the hero. Yeah. But I'm glad they do that because if they did that, that would have been every other freaking thriller.
It would have been every movie, and then I really would have nailed that movie to shreds over that. Yeah. Like, that could have dropped all the way down to 40% over that.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I like how this one really pushes that aside and makes it where it's not your typical character. Even though it has those elements where, he's looking out from a distance and all that shit. But it really does pay off in the end.
But then again, Gordo's creepy because he's in that house doing that bird shit.
Yeah, he's like,
and it shows him rubbing on her and videotaping it. Yeah. And that's fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah. Now, how they would have, well, I'm glad I didn't do it because that would have pushed it too much. They didn't actually show the rape scene. So they didn't really show it, but you get the idea that it's still disturbing, the fact that he would do that, But, yeah, overall, I really love the film a lot. It's one of the best things I've seen all year. Yep. And it's also a good change for Bateman. Even though his character becomes a dickhole toward the end, I can still say it's probably his best performance he's done in anything I've seen him in. Because we usually see him in like comedy movies, but this one is like his most very serious shit.
I give it a 9.5 out of 10, 4.5 out of 5. I give it an A plus on this movie.
I'll go 9.75 out of 10 and 4.5 out of 4.5 out of 5, and
it's an A.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
And this is probably by far one of the best thriller drama movies I've ever seen. Yeah, in a while. I've never seen I'm gonna say story wise because I do like other movies better than this movie this year, but not. I mean, this movie's like the third best movie I've seen this year. But story wise, I think this movie had the best story of the year. The best story.
Yeah.
Well written. Because
I think, I don't know.
Now, let's just say one thing, because we didn't bring this up, we brought it up in our non-spoiler video. Please stick with the movie. ignore the 30, 40 minutes of the slow build-up. Because it's just character.
It's character development.
Yeah, because I know some people that did. I was starting to read that some people are so impatient they end up walking out. Thinking
Yeah.
it's going to be like that moment. And then they just miss the whole damn
That's
thing.
how my parents said. They said that they thought the movie sucked regardless of that because they didn't like how the pacing was. They also didn't like how that ending pretty much switched gears. It's not what they expected. That's the only thing. You can't go into a movie trying to predict shit.
Yeah.
Filmmakers, if you're listening, for people out there that are into indie films, when you do a movie, good advice is to try to stick with things that your audience wouldn't really expect. That's a hard thing to do because it seems like only original movies do that. And this is one of the few original movies that came out this year.
For filmmakers, also, if you need to really stop making just going on the same old thing over and over and over. Like, for instance, what saved The Gift is they actually didn't do what they originally do with those type of movies. They did another way that we've never seen before.
Yeah, it broke the cliches out.
Yeah, they broke the cliches out. But you guys, you filmmakers, you guys stick with cliches more than anything. I'm sure, yes, we better enjoy The Gift because I'm sure they're gonna go back to the original cliche and we're gonna get about 30 of those movies.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep bashing. I'm gonna give you F's, D's, C's for not trying.
Yeah.
This one I gave an A, and this is well written and needs to keep doing it. And I'm getting tired of seeing remakes again verbatims. I'm tired of seeing all that
and seeing stuff that we've already seen before. But overall, we really enjoyed the film a lot. Hope everyone still gets a chance to see it. It's still doing decent box office and all that. And,
I'm gonna buy it.
I am too. I'm gonna own it on Blu-ray. So our next review coming up in a minute will be No Escape with Owen Wilson. So
another guy who branched into another film that we've seen that was magnificent.
Yep,
we'll talk to that in the next one.
Anyway, I hope y'all have a good week.